And the number one thing Jojo Siwa spends her millions on is Hello everyone and welcome back to Lux, the channel dedicated to all things rich and luxurious. Jojo Siwa is an American dancer, singer, actress, YouTuber, and social media personality. Jojo was born Joelle Joanne Siwa on May 19, 2003 in Omaha, Nebraska. She first rose to prominence as a dancer on the Lifetime reality series Dance Moms in 2015 and 2016. Jojo first started out dancing at her mom's dance studio at the age of 2. She released her debut single, Boomerang, in May 2016, which sold more than 1 million copies and was certified platinum by the RIAA. In addition to dance and music, Siwa is a popular YouTuber and vlogger. Her main channel is Jojo Siwa. It was created in February 2015. It boasts 9+ million subscribers and more than 2 billion views. Today, Jojo has an impressive net worth of over $12 million, and she spends it on everything from her outfits, to her cars, to her makeup, and more. Allow us to show you some of the things that Jojo Siwa spends her millions on. But first, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed to the channel, make sure you turn on notifications as we are releasing new videos. Number 6. Her first car. So let's talk about natural rites of passage in life. When you're 16, you try and get your first car. Now, it's usually not your dream car. I still don't have mine for the record, but you acknowledge that getting any kind of car that runs is a good thing. But if you're Jojo Siwa, you're rich and can basically buy just about any car you want. So she went and bought a BMW, a very reliable brand with good power depending on the model. Nothing wrong there, right? Except the paint job is absolutely terrible. Now, it's true that we can't confirm whether Jojo herself thought of this bright and downright cringeworthy paint and logo job, but you have to think that she had a hand in it at some level, right? I mean, look at this thing. Her face is on the hood. It's got streaks of color everywhere, and it's branded with her logo on the hood, the doors, and more. It's a walking billboard for Jojo, which means she can't drive it around without everyone knowing that she's behind the wheel. Kind of bad if you're wanting to go incognito. Oh, but it gets better. When pictures of it went on to Reddit and Instagram, people went nuts with how odd and weird it looks. Even Justin Bieber went onto Instagram and went, "Burn it." While it's not nice to burn cars, bad for the environment and all that, you can understand the feeling when you look at that vehicle. It's not clear how much she spent on the model of car and the custom paintwork, but I don't think any high amount would justify what we're looking at here. Don't you think? Number 5. The Jojo Mansion. Continuing on with the rites of passage style of buys, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about her first official house. It's not really a shocker that she went and got herself a house, given that her net worth is around 12 million and growing. And when it comes to celebrity life, one of the many things you do once you're rich is buy a house. But let's not forget, she's only 16 right now, and when she bought her first mansion, she was 14. Yeah, makes you feel bad about your job right now, am I right? Anyway, this house purchase was indeed done at the ripe age of 14, and it was spurred on by her growing celebrity. How so? Well, she was raised in Omaha, Nebraska, which is a nice place in the middle of America, but not exactly the most hip or action-packed place ever. So when she got the money, she busted out to Los Angeles. Once she bought a mansion, she immediately went to work filling it with items and things that were associated with one thing, her. No, really. She has posters all over the place of herself, and even a room full of the items that she's made as part of her toy line or makeup line. And if you want an even more in-depth tour of the house, you can go to her YouTube channel and look up the many house tours that she's recorded. And trust me when I say that there's a lot in there, which makes narrowing down a price kinda hard. But based on the Los Angeles area, the items we do see, the likely cost of renovations, the total is probably around $2 to $3 million. Not bad for a 14-year-old at the time, right? Number 4. The Claw Machine. Okay, I know we just were in Jojo Siwa's home, but there's one item in particular there that we need to talk about. You see, Jojo Siwa is a kid, and she littered her house with various items to make sure that she could have fun at the drop of a hat or have something to do with guests when they arrived. So she went and had a custom claw machine made for her. The machine game is just like the one you've played at the many arcades of your life, including having all the kinds of prizes in it. But the catch is that the prizes are all Jojo Siwa items with a few random things thrown for good measure. She even has her own music playing as you play. Jojo does play it herself at times, but mainly she likes to have her guests play it when they come over, making it a kind of rite of passage themselves for being there. And trust me when I say she had some famous guests come and play the game. She even had the daughter of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, North, come over one time and play it as she was babysitting little North. Oh, and if you're curious, yes, it has unlimited play, no quarters needed. So how much does it take to make a claw machine like this? $15,000. Number 3. Food. I hear what you're saying. Come on, man, a girl has to eat. And you're absolutely right. It would be weird if Jojo Siwa didn't eat, but that's not what we're talking about here. As I'm sure you can attest to, a lot of people have certain items that they love to eat. For Jojo, that would be sweets, snacks, and nachos. Nice pair, don't you think? Let me break this down for you. In her house, yes, we're going back there again. She has a walk-in pantry, which is somewhat standard in mansions like hers, full of food. The twist is that this pantry is full of candy, sweets, and other snacks for her to munch on at any point in time. And if that's still not enough for you, Jojo Siwa has her own personal nacho machine. Seriously. She has one place to keep her nachos hot, and then she has a cheese dispensary. And if you look close enough, you'll notice it's the same kind that you'll find in movie theaters and stadiums, which show that it's not just a nacho machine, but a quality one. I mean, would you want cheap nachos? I don't think so. So how much does it cost for a machine like this? That would be around $2,000, if not more. Plus, she has to make sure she gets regular installments of nachos and cheese delivered to her place so she can continue to eat her nachos. And suddenly, I have a craving for nachos. Thanks, Jojo. Number 2. Instruments. Jojo Siwa is a very talented musical artist. After all, while she does have a successful line of products, she mainly focuses on her music and singing when it comes to her main moneymaker. So it shouldn't be too much of a surprise to hear that Jojo has a ton of musical instruments lying around her house. To be clear, she doesn't have a music studio, but that's fine. She has plenty of room to play her instruments in. So what exactly does she have? Well, she has a keyboard that cost her around $500. She has a drum set that was also about the same price. And then the showstopper, she has a baby grand piano. Specifically, a Steinway & Sons baby grand piano. Why does that name matter? Well, that would be because that brand of piano is famous for quality. And because that is the case, the piano is much more expensive. How much more? How about $75,000 at least? Yeah, that's a lot for a piano, but she does know how to play it. So it's better than the people who just buy a piano for a set piece. And the number one thing Jojo Siwa spends her millions on is bows and outfits? I want you to picture Jojo Siwa right now. What's the one thing you notice about her right off the bat? If the one thing you said was the bow in her hair, then you would be right. Jojo Siwa is famous for many things, but like many young stars, she set a trend because of the things she wears. And in this case, it was her bows. This love of bows wasn't forced on her, far from it. She's loved them since a young age, even before she was famous. She would collect them, and now she makes them alongside other designers. She has a fleet of bows. Some people say they range from 800 to 1,000 in total, and their value is all over the place. Then, when you add in her menagerie of sparkling outfits, you see really quick that Jojo Siwa has spent a pretty penny on her looks. How much is unclear, but the bows alone are likely over 10 grand, and the outfits might be in the hundreds of thousands range depending on the number. So what do you think? What do you think of these items that Jojo Siwa has spent her money on? Are you surprised by some of the things she's bought? Which of these items do you want for yourself? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and thank you for watching Lux. the channel dedicated to all things rich and luxurious. If you like this video, make sure you check out some of our other videos and to be notified when we release new videos. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Until next time.